Hey guys, it's coreross and welcome to this video about Apex Legends. So we're going to break down the latest trailer for Apex that shows some really cool content getting added in. Now unfortunately I've not been playing much of Apex Legends, basically just because of the whole debacle about calling their fans freeloaders and stuff like that. Terrible kind of PR, and because of that I just dropped out of playing the game and basically went and played other things. And I've been really getting into games that have a quick time to death, so I haven't been back to Apex. But this trailer looks really good, and I certainly understand that there's a lot of people at Respawn putting a massive amount of time into this game and giving us really good content that they're probably putting their heart and souls into. So we're going to go through it, we'll have a look at it all and see what we're going to be getting in the future of Apex Legends, which is actually coming very quickly. All this will be coming out on October 1st, so I'm looking forward to it ahead. Now this trailer starts with the Dropship Interior. So of course, from our point of view, we just jump out of the dropship right at the start of a game. This actually shows that the inside of the dropship is customized for each legend, which is really cool and kind of shows their personality. So Bloodhound is just surrounded by like skulls and hunting stuff. Then we move on, we can see Caustic's area, which of course is just mainly chemicals. Seems like a very unsafe environment for the rest of the ship, but okay. Then we have Octane, who looks like he's actually playing 3 different games. It looks like he's maybe playing a first-person shooter, possibly a racer, and then something else as well, all at the same time. But he seems to be a gamer, and although Octane's part seems pretty cramped, I think I could be quite happy there just kind of playing games, so very nice. Then we got Krypto, who has set up his very high-tech looking area. We can see his drone just beside him there, and he's hacking into something. Then we've got Mirage, whose area is just covered in holograms of himself and trophies, and it really shows how self-obsessed he is. He's reading a magazine which is all about him as well, although the cover says the next issue is going to be all about Krypto. Then some turbulence hits which knocks his little action figure off of a shelf, which is brilliant. Of course, we see a couple more legends here just chilling, working on their stuff, and there's a really nice shot of that little action figure. That is, I want to be able to buy that because that thing looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, just he's completely self-obsessed. Then we got Krypto again. He's hacking into something, and it's got something about Anchorage being a keyword. So of course that was a city, I think in Titanfall 2, I think it was New Anchorage. So curious if that maybe is the name of this map, perhaps. But certainly really cool. Then we get another shot of Mirage and his area yet again, which is covered in posters of himself. Now I think some of this will be fan art he's probably received from fans. That would be my guess. Although he could have also done them himself, so who knows. But again, he is completely self-obsessed. Then we got Watson and Pathfinder in the background, who don't, in this trailer anyway, seem to have their own areas. They're just kind of hanging out talking to each other. And of course, Mirage goes over to have a chat with our new guy, and apparently he is quite moody. So gets him kind of in an arm lock and holds him there for a little bit until we get notification that they're going to have to jump. Then, which is quite interesting here, they actually seem to randomly get put together into teams. So I guess that's kind of the backstory of how the Legends team up. It's not that they pick their teammates, they seem to randomly get joined with each other. Or at least that's how it seems to appear. And Mirage is not happy about this join up. Then we see something we've not seen before, and this is them getting ready to actually jump out of the dropship. Normally, of course, when we're playing, we just appear and fly down to the surface. This actually shows them coming out at the bottom. This would be kind of cool if they did integrate this into the launch at the start. I think this would actually look really cool, even if we had this interior so that we can see all the other players standing there and then, you know, slowly lowering each one out as they decide to jump, which would be really quite interesting to see. Don't know if they're going to go that far with their new release. We'll have to wait and see. And we got this really nice shot outside where we see them deploying on these platforms. Instead of just appearing or jumping out the bottom, they get out these platforms and then they launch. And this is what they're launching to, the brand new map that we're getting with the new season of Apex Legends. Now this is very, of course, very stylized, but looks big because those appear to be cities. We actually see them in a close-up shot later on, and they appear to be actual cities, or maybe not proper cities, but areas or a couple of blocks worth of cities. And if that's the case, that could bring us a lot of interior space to fight in, which would be quite interesting. We don't really have that in Apex Legends. And the other thing, obviously, is that it seems to be split up into biomes. So we very much have some sort of lava area. We have an ice area. We have kind of a corrosive area. We have something with like a giant kind of mushroom. We have a space elevator. We have other towers, other kind of creations. We have a really high up area as well. We have kind of a military kind of base. We have what could be a power plant down the bottom. There's a lot to potentially take in here, and this map could be huge. Now, as they start jumping out, we begin to get a kind of sense of scale. So this is kind of that frozen area we've seen from above, and we can see buildings off at the back there. So that looks like pretty significant distance to travel. Now, of course, it could be that this is much smaller than it appears, and of course, this is all stylized, so it's hard to be entirely sure. We have what's in here landing in the molten area. This looks really cool, and this is going to be a cool place to fight. But also it looks like she's hitting the ground with a new cosmetic ability in order to look pretty epic with this kind of superhero landing. I doubt it's actually going to damage people if she does this, but obviously it looks cool, so I think it could be for the initial land, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, this is another good shot, getting our kind of ice and fire aesthetics going on here. And you can see what appears to be a multi-story building at the back there. So if that's the case, this thing we're looking at is huge. And again, that would give this map far more scale than what we've seen in the previous map. Now we have Octane here doing a little jump over to a geyser that then launches them up into the air. My thinking here is maybe we're not going to have the usual redeployment balloons, and maybe these geysers will be used for that instead. However, they could be specific to just one biome, so it might not be the case. Then we have Mirage here with far too many holograms. This makes me think this could be an upgrade to his super and possibly making it a little more useful. Either way, looks cool. So it'd be cool if there is a change to his super, even though his current one is pretty damn good. Now this is another interesting thing. So we have Wraith here who punches out of her phase and punches, or well, actually knees her in the face, but she creates a shockwave. It's so powerful. Again, wondering what this could be. This could be a new finisher, or maybe you do have the ability to do some sort of melee attack from phase with a lot of power behind it apparently. So curious about that. Now this is the best shot that gives us an actual sense of scale. It's Pathfinder getting taken out by a Bloodhound, and you can see the size of the buildings, which appear to have scoreboards on them, that if those are the normal size, and they would kind of match up when it comes to the floor size that they appear to have. These are big buildings, and if we're talking large areas of at least, let's say 5 or 6 or even 10 of these buildings, that's going to be a very city-like area. So that is probably the thing I'm the most excited about. You can also see the elevation as well, all the way up to that Apex Legends sign back there, which is where Bloodhound appears to shoot from. So that's some major height if you can actually get up there, and it could be a hell of a sniper opportunity. But of course, we'll have to see how this actually ends up being when the new map is released. Then we get what appears to be the interior of one of these skyscrapers, and we can actually see this new guy's drone doing some stuff. So the first thing is, of course, we've got the shield up, which is normal for Lifeline, but she doesn't actually seem to be reviving in this moment. She's actually reloading her gun, and it makes me wonder if this little drone is buffing her ability, allowing her to use that shield when she normally wouldn't be able to. And we can then see, once it switches over here and we get our dude blasted away, we can see that the drone is actually doing some sort of attack or stun or EMP or something in order to help his buddy out. So the drone seems to be quite useful. But again, this is all kind of this cartoony style, so it's impossible to be entirely sure how his abilities will play out, but so far looking really cool. We then have Caustic here, just basically being Caustic. And going on, we have Pathfinder just being Pathfinder. We have some more action shots. This is almost reminiscent right here of wall running. I don't think that'll be in the game, but definitely there's a little bit of that in here. Maybe just kind of a call back to the good old Titanfall. Then we have Wraith absolutely destroying Octane here, along with Watson, and they actually push him into the lava, so he yeah, he probably gets vaporized or yeah, at least gets burnt away. Now this is an awesome shot. So this is kind of that what it kind of looked like a more of a sulfur area, and Pathfinder is just kind of gliding along the water with these grapple. God damn, gorgeous shot, really nice. I would love like a high res picture of that just for like a wallpaper. Absolutely gorgeous. We have Lifeline just going completely nuts and crazy. Then we've got Krypto fighting in this kind of frozen area, and you can see that he actually grabs his drone and uses it like a sword. So I'm going to guess this is probably his finisher, where he actually uses the actual drone to kill you. But this is what I'm really excited about. So this is a train, and it's covered in loot, and it looks freaking sweet. And if this is, as good as it looks in game, I can't wait. Now I'm thinking this will probably replace the loot ships that come in from time to time in the current map. I think this is going to be what will happen in the new map, is these will come through every so often, and of course you can jump on them and you can travel along, get the loot. Then we have our brand new weapon. This is the charge rifle. Looks good, and it looks to do a huge amount of damage. Actually sends this guy flying back. Then we get an artillery strike. What's interesting here is it actually appears to damage the bridge that this train is actually going across. Now they could be just doing this for art style and all that, but that would be interesting if you could actually destroy the bridge before the train gets to it, to derail the train and potentially hurt people that are on the train maybe, or at least stop the train from moving. So curious indeed to see how this all plays out. It's going to be out on October 1st, so not long to wait. And yeah, I'm looking forward to actually seeing what this is like. Of course, there's a lot of games right now that are coming out at the same time, so I'm probably not going to get a huge amount of time to put into this, but I'm definitely optimistic right now. After all the PR disasters they've been having, I'm probably not going to pick up the Battle Pass this time. Probably not going to play it enough to really warrant that. But yeah, I'll definitely be dropping in. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and I will catch you next time.